survey of all the league's GMs yesterday, and LeBron was voted the best leader in the sport. 30% of GMs voted for the King, just ahead of Chris Paul and Steph Curry. Shannon, you're first. Do you agree?
I absolutely agree. I'm trying to figure out what KD was. Is he in the NBA still?
He is. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the most clutch guy. The best player in the NBA is not a great leader. 29 people don't think Kevin Durant is a leader. 29 of the 30 general managers, because you know Bob Myers, he couldn't vote for his own guy.
True.
What about 11 guys in Golden State?
Whoa, Skip. Jenny, did you ask me a question?
I did.
I did not give a rhetorical question to Skip Bayless. I was just talking, and he interrupted me again.
Scoot on over.
Can you ask Skip to not interrupt me?
I can't scoot any farther.
Of course I do, Skip. We know he's a great leader. What makes him a great leader? He leads by example. They see the man show up 90 minutes before practice. They see the dedication and the discipline, what he does, how he eats, how he trains. You don't be on the top of the mountain this long without being dedicated, without being determined, without being disciplined. And they see this. They see what he does during the game. Skip. Sometimes it's the subtle thing. Sometimes you got to yell at a guy. Sometimes you got to pat a guy on the back. Sometimes you got to kick him in the butt. And I think that's what makes great leaders, is that knowing your personnel, knowing what and who you need to talk to in what way. Look at what he does. Goes to Miami, embraces the community, guys follow. Goes back to Cleveland. For the most part, you know, hey, you're always going to have a few stragglers, Jenny, that don't find, you know, he makes me sick. I can't wait to get out of here, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you know.
Stragglers like Kyrie.
Yeah. You find, you know. And look,
I got it. Yeah.
Look, everybody isn't going to like you, like your leadership style or the way you conduct yourself. Okay, we understand that, Skip. But 29 people judging from a distance, 29 of them out of 30. So you know what? That's the best leader.
Really?
The best.
Being that Cleveland locker room?
That's another category in which he got number one, and Kevin Durant got number nothing. Oh, is that a thing? Can I say another nothing? That's what he got, Skip, a nothing burger. Yeah. He got 0 votes. You know why? Because no one will ever think you're a leader if you go join the 2-time MVP and a team that won 73 games before you got there. Nobody. Now, is he great? Yes. If I couldn't have LeBron James, give me Kevin Durant. I'd take him over everybody.
So I'm wondering if these GMs were voting about leadership off the court, like out in the community, because I'll give you that. He's by far the best leader. He might be the greatest leader in the history of sports, at least in the NBA. But I thought this was like on the court, like basketball leadership, like in the locker room, right? In the sideline huddle kind of leadership, that kind. He's disqualified for me. I don't know how many times LeBron has lost it after games and gone into, I just don't have enough help. I don't have enough help. Is that leadership?
He said he didn't have enough help and stayed. One guy didn't say anything and left. Is that a leader?
Remember that rant he went on after that loss at New Orleans 2 years ago? And he said, we are top heavy as you know what.
And they were.
Right? And he says, it's me and Kyrie and Kevin, and we need a bleeping playmaker. He said that. What do you think the rest of that team thought of that quote? What do you think that said to the JRs and the Channing Frys and all the other players right down the line? Kyle Korvers. What do you think they thought of that?
The same thing.
We need help. We need a playmaker.
The Thunder thought when he left and went to Golden State. What was Russell thinking?
Okay,
what did they think?
This is about LeBron James, who's the runaway best leader in basketball. That's the guy?
Yeah.
Is that leadership? Is that what Shannon Sharpe, a great leader?
Don't bring me to the equation.
You're the one who's advocating LeBron is the best leader.
No, they did it.
Oh, okay.
You said it yesterday, too.
I'm not advocating. I am disqualifying.
Okay, what are we going to do about Kevin Durant?
Okay, we're not. This isn't about Kevin Durant. This is about LeBron James.
But you got to have it compared against somebody who you want. Well, who should be number one then if it's not him?
And the ultimate opposite of leadership I have ever witnessed in all my years of covering the National Basketball Association occurred at the end of last year's Game 1 of the finals when everything went wrong, and it started with LeBron not taking the last shot. George Hill missed a free throw. JR lost his mind, as he's done many times before. And LeBron James if we could please see that, goes over to his own bench and sits apart from his teammates and melts down. He melts down.
He didn't melt nothing.
He melted down. There's a seat in between. He's saying, look at this, head and hands. I cannot associate with this mess
What he said.
to my left.
First of all, Skip, you know how it is. You've been run up and down.
Time out. The game is tied. You have exactly what you would have wanted in the pregame locker room.
No, we had the game.
It is. You're tied. The game is starting over. You have 5 minutes to steal game one, and you should have stolen it in regulation because your leader didn't take the last shot. That was where it all started to unravel. But the point is, you rally the troops. If you're the best leader in this sport, you gather everybody together and say, look, we're good. We got this. We got them on the run. We got them on the ropes. Let's go after them the way we've been going after them for the first 4 quarters of this game because they are reeling. They're on their heels.
No, they weren't reeling. We were reeling.
He went into a pout. He wouldn't even shoot the basketball for the first 2.5 minutes of overtime. And his team is like, okay, we give up.
Golden State,
we give up.
Golden State has seized all the momentum.
It's over. You're disqualified.
Right.
I've never seen anything like that because the great ones don't do that. They just don't.
The great ones have never had a teammate make a bonehead play like that in a moment like that.
Did that lose the game? Did it? Was the game over? No. Really, the truth is the game is just starting.
No, it's not.
And plus, your quote-unquote leader has the hottest hand from distance I've ever seen him have in a playoff game. He had made 7 of 14 shots outside the paint. Highly uncharacteristic for LeBron James. Carry it on. Go on. Attack. You got them on the ropes.
No, you didn't.
Finish them.
No, you didn't have them on the ropes. You let them off the ropes.
Okay.
You let them off the ropes because you had an opportunity.
When you melt down and pout,
if I would have told LeBron, one of your teammates in a tie ball game will have the basketball 4 feet from the basket with 3 seconds on the clock. He would have taken that because he says, okay, it doesn't matter. We're going to get a shot up. He didn't expect the teammate to be 4 feet from the basket, dribble out 30 feet from the basket, and then pass the ball as the time goes off the clock.
If you're the best player on the planet, you just shoot it. Do or die, sink or swim.
No.
Make it or don't. That's what that shot would have been. It would have been like a 17-foot jump shot for all the marbles. And if you win game one, boy, you are off to the races.
He is a great leader. His teammates, for the most part, more teammates like him than don't. You look at what he's been able to do in different locker rooms, how he rallies the troops, from the purchasing of the Tom Brown suits to the headphones to this and to that. Everybody, you know it, Skip Bayless. At some point in time, just admit it. It's okay. It's okay.
What did we see in this offseason? He joins a new team with all new teammates. He has not played with one of these players ever before. Did he show up at the facility every day to get to learn the games of the kids and the cast-offs who joined him in Los Angeles? Nope, he wasn't there.
So if you don't mind me asking, every player that transfers teams that haven't played with a player before, do they play pickup games in off season? You judging off what Chris Paul and James Harden did.
And that was impressive, and it translated right into the regular season.
To get knocked out in the Western Conference Finals?
Well, it translated all the way until Chris Paul pulled his hamstring, and that was the end of them. Did they not have Golden State on the ropes?
Well, maybe if he hadn't had all the extra time, he'd have had some hamstring. Maybe he put too much out there.
Oh, okay, put too much out there. And then it came all the way down to leadership. So after the first preseason game, LeBron helicopters solo back to L.A. That's not leadership.
Okay, well,
you just stay with your team.
Why?
It's a bonding experience.
Jordan didn't stay with his team.
Just fly back.
Jordan didn't stay with his team. Jordan was in the casino.
He'd already played with these guys for years.
Stop
it. All new.
Don't make excuses.
No, that's not an excuse. It's just not leadership.
Yes, it is. So what was Brian buying the suits? What about the beats? What about all the gear that he's given them throughout the NBA Finals, be it Miami, be it Cleveland? What's that about?
By the way, in Miami, the leader of that team, you know it and I know it, was Dwayne Wade.
Okay, that makes you happy? Go ahead and say that.
Well, it doesn't make me happy. It's just the truth.
But I'm just asking you a question. He's not a leader. He's not a good teammate. Why does he continually buy all those gifts for his teammates?
I don't know. Whatever. That's just PR to me. I don't know. So everybody lied about it.
So he can't win.
That's
he
fine.
can't win then under your scenario because you said it's PR. So everything he does.
Is that how you become a leader? You know, and I know that's not how you can't buy leadership.
Oh, so showing up early.
You have to earn leadership.
Well, if LeBron James hadn't earned leadership, there's no leaders in the NBA. I can assure you of that.
Well, and I can tell you this to finish this up about Kevin Durant. He is the quiet force leader of the Golden State Warriors.
Kevin Durant told you he didn't want to be a leader.
Really? I don't don't remember that.
Well,
I read you this Iggy quote from back.
No.
Playoffs.
We ain't talking about what Iggy said about him. I'm telling you what Kevin Durant said out of his mouth.
He talked about how unstoppable Kevin Durant is, and he said when we see that look in his face, it carries over to the rest of the guys. That's leadership.
That's what Iggy said about him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what Kevin Durant said out of his mouth. I'll get the quote for you. When we come back, I have the quote. Kevin Durant said out of his mouth.
Then that disqualifies it.
Why you mean it disqualifies it?
Yeah.
Because you know he said it.
LeBron James is the opposite of
LeBron James. See, again, 8-1. Therefore, best player. Best player, Skip. I'm sorry. I wish it was something I could tell you to make you feel better.
Well, I feel pretty good about Kevin Durant burying LeBron in the clutch category. Because that's the truth. 40% to 17%.
Well, Nick Foles is more clutch than Tom Brady.
Oh, really?
Buried him. Buried him because your guy gave it up.
No player
gave it up.
No player in the history of sports has been more clutch on the biggest stages than Tom Brady.
I don't know
ever.
I'm talking about the last
Tom Brady
game we remember.
Even more clutch Tom Brady than Michael Jeffrey.
Did he give it up?
No.
Did he give it up?
He threw for 505.
We don't do stats. Stats are unimportant when you don't win. Because remember, LeBron had 51, 8, and 8, and they lost. So we don't do stats when they lose.
Somebody just lost a debate.
Oh no.
Reaching.
Tom gave it up. Yep. Nick Foles.
No more Tom Brady. No more Michael Jordan. No more LeBron. Next, which quarterback would you rather have, Dak Prescott or Deshaun Watson? We'll discuss next.